I'm Ahmed from Digital Skills Cafe. Welcome. And today we'll be talking about being focused, being positioned in the digital marketing space. Now, if you ever feel like you're not advancing in the digital marketing world because you're too distracted by all the new tactics and tools that come out every now and then or every so often, well, you're not alone. And not only that, you're probably in a better place than you think. Now, not to say that you don't need to start focusing more, but I'll explain in this video why being broader with your skill set can actually take you to a special place, especially in terms of positioning. Now, the goal is to go wide and then focus. David Guest, he actually came up with a concept called the T-shaped marketer, which was then popularized by a guy named Tim Brown. This concept is basically, and I quote, someone who specializes in being a generalist who also has one or two areas of expertise. In 2021, it's never been more ideal to be that type of marketer. And I'll explain what the T-shaped marketer is in a moment, but basically, just to give a bit of context, nowadays startups come up from a single person running Facebook ads, creating their website, running the analytics and tracking, running a newsletter, managing all these different areas of the digital business, and they're making it successful, all from their laptop. How would you say that's not a good skill set? Well, the thing is, you can't be broad and stay broad. Yes, being broad is good, but at some point you'll need to narrow down your insights and your knowledge. I could suggest a few things that might be of interest to you in terms of what to start with. I won't say that it's the only way to do it, and it's definitely not. I do want to say that it's a pretty strategic way. Now, first things first, the best way to actually learn a lot of types of areas which are in digital marketing is by creating a website. That's your playground where you can get all the tactics out there in the world and not worry about it coming to life. Now, if you have a new skill or a new whatever, you watch a new video on YouTube and you learn something, you don't have to just think about it and then be like, oh, okay, yeah, it would work well. No, you can actually go and do it. And also, if you're working with a client, it's a bit touchy to actually go and implement stuff that you're not sure about on the client's website. So having your own website is always the best way to start. I want to say that there is a path that I've written down, which is a strategic path built over the different types and areas of digital marketing. Not all of them, obviously. There are a lot of them, but this is a pretty broad and structured way to see it. Now, the way I would do it, if I would go back to 8 years ago when I started marketing, I would go about it like this. I would start with web design, then graphic design, and then I would go into web creation. Now, these are gonna help you get into the gist of the real, how do you say that? Not the dirty work, but like the base work. Like when you start building the foundation of a website, that's when you're gonna really start seeing how it's all created and where it's being played on. You can't be a strategic person if you don't know how the foundation is created. I want to just mention that when you start creating the website though, that's when you're going to start learning SEO. SEO will be through all of these different areas because it covers so many different aspects, and basically it's a very long process to learn. So the earlier you learn it, the better and the more easily, the easier it'll be for you to learn. And the next step would be copywriting. Copywriting, then email marketing, then lead generation. And these go together because in the end, copywriting will help you write persuasive copy that can help people understand your message better, and really you can attract people in a consistent way because you're delivering a core message. They know what you're saying, they understand what you're saying, and they're being hooked on it. So the more you know how to write, the better it'll be for your marketing. And then lead generation is really what you do with your copywriting. So that's pretty much why they go together. And then email marketing is basically the implementing your copywriting into a system that can get you that lead generation. Afterwards, I would go through project management because at that point you'll have a lot of assets. You'll have a website, you'll have some designs going on, you'll have some text, some copywriting, some emails, and you want to know how to manage all that. Now, project management is very important. I use Notion personally to manage all my business, but it's up to you. There are a lot of different tools out there. You can use Asana, you can use Trello, you can use Post-it notes if you want. I mean, I know a guy that runs his things off not Post-it note really, but like, you know, those boards, and then it's a more traditional way, but it is what it is. You use what you want. But personally, I would suggest using Notion. It's an all-in-one tool that really helps you do everything. I'll be coming out with a few templates that I've created myself that I use for my business. I'll be giving that away in the coming videos. So basically, there's CRMs. You can create your database of projects, workspaces for your different creation aspects of the business, like website creation, email creation, all that stuff. It's a pretty interesting tool. My rant's over on Notion, and we'll keep going with this video. The next step I would go with would be outsourcing. From that point on, I will start outsourcing a bit of things that I do. And the reason for that is so you can have a bit more time free. Now, you don't want to outsource things too much because you don't want to get the experience yourself. But at the same time, if you have someone working with you, first of all, it's really motivating. And second of all, when you teach someone something or you show them something, it'll help you understand it better yourself. After that, I would go into social media. Social media, I didn't go too much into social media myself, but it is something you should learn. Then there would be content marketing, and then there would be tracking and analytics. Now, tracking and analytics goes very well with the concept of content marketing, because once you create content, you need to know what's going on, and you need to know where people are being held up, where there's an issue or a bottleneck in your funnel, or you want to know where people are getting lost or where they're getting attention or where they're clicking. And all that is done with tracking and analytics. You can't know and you can't measure if you don't know what your users are doing. Tracking the behavior, the acquisition, all that stuff is very important. That's pretty much it for me. I mean, that's where I've been all this time. I've been learning these types of areas in digital marketing. I have to say that I've really dived into the behavior psychology. That's something that I'm really passionate about. But personally, I just love psychology. So at the end of the day, I couldn't help myself but to include psychology in all the marketing. And every time I see something about it, I'm always like pushed to like actually read that blog post or watch that video. So, but I know it's not for everybody, and it can get quite confusing, I would say. But at some point, you will need it. You will need it in your stack. Especially if you want to do strategy, if you want to create strategies for businesses and you want to just generalize and then specialize in a few areas, that's the path of a strategist, and that's what you can offer once you hit that T-shaped marketer skill set. I want to know what you guys think, and where did you guys start in digital marketing? I'm really intrigued to know how people get started these days and where they first begin their journey in the digital marketing world. So let me know in the comments, and if you like that video, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you want more content like this. I'll be coming with a new video every week, and I'll see you later, guys. Take care.